Bring the BZA hearing to order for today's date, September 20th, 2023. Roll call.
Mr. Thomas?
Here.
Mr. Hemrich?
Yes,
Mr. Martinez?
or here.
Here.
Okay, and we also needed to do something
Yeah.
with Christie not being here.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to change the agenda for tonight. The first change is a postponement of election of officers to move it to the next meeting where we have a all full-time.
All in attendance?
I second that.
all in favor.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes,
Mr. Hemrich?
Yes?
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
and then also I would like to make a motion to add case
856.
856 on the agenda. This is just a request for the second 6-month extension.
I second it.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Hemrich?
Yes?
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Excuse me. Now, I'd like to explain something to the two of you that can or may not be critical. Since we only have 3 of us here, it takes all 3 of us to vote affirmative for it to pass. Even if 2 votes yes and 1 votes no, then what you want is down. We give an option of people to either take tonight's meeting or postpone until we get,
The quorum.
yeah.
5.
Other than this is a little different, this tonight, this hearing, actually, we're wanting, the applicants wanted to remove a requirement that we had put on there based on the fact that they're gonna do it a different way.
Yeah, understand that, but it's a new motion, new case, still goes under the rule. As it stands right now, 2 absences counts as a negative vote.
I understand.
That's why it takes all of them. Just wanted to let you know. But again, what you said, Leo, is true. It's just a simple
Right.
case, but I wanted you to be aware of that.
Yeah, okay.
So with that,
Do you want to go ahead and excuse? Yeah, move to excuse.
Move to what?
Move to excuse Ms. Caldwell.
Oh, yeah.
And then appoint a,
Make a motion to excuse Ms. Scott-Weld from the meeting tonight. She is called in sick.
yeah, so you got a motion?
Um,
Need a second then.
I'll make the motion, somebody to second.
second,
Okay.
Mr. Thomas?
yes.
Mr. Hemrich?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
And then you'll need to temporarily assign somebody the chair for the night.
Okay. Who wants to be the chair?
You got
Me
the
to do it?
gavel.
You got the gavel in the chair.
And I got the chair.
You got the chair.
So,
Okay. So,
yeah, if you're going to do the chair, someone else needs to make the motion. to start.
Nominate,
motion.
I make a motion to make Leonard Hemrick the chair for tonight.
Second,
Mr. Thomas?
yes.
Mr. Hemrich?
yes.
No, he can vote.
You vote.
Yeah, he can.
Vote.
Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, board. Ready for the first case then? Okay. Do you want to read the case,
Explain the rule.
Brandy?
The what?
Or okay, I didn't know if Max always did that. Okay. So this public hearing for case number 871-A. Purpose of the hearing is so that the BZA may review and act on the request made by Fluid Dynamics Roofing LLC for parcel B 0300020033007800 to modify a previously granted conditional use. The street address for the parcel is 788 Orchard Lane. Parcel is currently zoned as PUDI C, the request, excuse me, the requested conditional use is manufacture, sale, and storage of building materials excluding cement products. The applicant has modified their production process and seeks the removal of the required condition because it is no longer acceptable,
Applicable.
or applicable, I'm sorry, acceptable, applicable. So that is the case. Board, would you like to hear our staff report in regards to that?
Yes, please.
Your recommendation?
Okay, sure. Let me scroll down here a little bit. So the applicant, Fluid Applied Roofing LLC, has previously granted a conditional use for manufacturing, sale, and storage of building materials excluding cement products during the August 16th, 2023 BZA hearing. As a condition for granting the use, the applicant was required to provide annual written approval from Greene County Sanitary Engineering, excuse me, that the wastewater produced during the process, which was to be released into the municipal system, met certain criteria. The applicant contacted staff following the August BZA hearing to discuss new developments in their process or proposed process, which would result in them no longer releasing any water into the municipal system. This led the applicant to request an alteration to the condition placed on the use during the August 16th, 2023 hearing. The specifics of the applicant request, the applicant described to staff that they are changing their initial plan to remove wastewater from their site. This step was taken following the consultation with Greene County Sanitary Engineering. After working through the requirements for releasing wastewater into the municipal system, the applicant decided that the best process for their operation was to instead have a third-party haul away wastewater created by a manufacturing process. This means that the applicant no longer plans to release wastewater into the municipal system. As such, it would be impossible for the applicant to provide any annual certification from sanitary engineering to meet the condition placed on the use during the August 23rd hearing. So the staff is going to recommend supporting the proposal to eliminate the condition required annually, requiring the annual review by Greene County Sanitary Engineering. The applicant's, revised production process means that they will not be releasing any material into the municipal water/sewer system. This represents an overall decrease that the condition use may pose to the health, safety, and welfare. Because the applicant will have no need for an initial permit from sanitary engineering, it would be impossible for them to meet the conditions of any annual certification from that agency. I think the applicant, representative of the applicant is here if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Through
Like-
the process of
Pardon?
how we run the meeting.
You want me to,
They're here for the first time, so.
okay. Explanation of the hearing procedure is, we read the public hearing notice.
Yep.
We have a staff report.
Right.
We hear from the applicant, and then we open it for public portion. We open it for a public portion hearing for those for and against. We then close the public portion of the hearing, and there's a discussion among the BZA members. The chair calls for a motion on the application, and once that's done, we'll have other business before the BZA, possible other business, and then we will adjourn. So, the applicant?
Yes, please.
Please.
All right, Sonny R. Wood, was this business or personal address? I don't recall.
Personal.
Personal,
Personal's fine.
2897 Stone Mill Court, Beaver, Ohio. Solemnly swear the statement I am about to make before the Beaver Township Board of Zoning Appeals are the truth to the best of my knowledge and belief. So, questions?
So you're saying what he read is accurate?
Yes, yes. So the release of the water was going to be minimal already because we reuse some of the water. We contain it, we run it through a filtration system and reuse it because it's a water-based product. So we can reuse some of the water already. So the release was already going to be minimal. As we started looking at what is the cost to take to store this and then put it into a third party that deals with wastewater versus trying to go through the process. It seemed like it was gonna be a lot easier just to pay a third party to take the water away, because it's gonna be a minimal amount.
Okay.
Okay, how are you planning on capturing the water, and what container are you going to store it in?
We're gonna store it in a 275-gallon tote inside, and then when it's full, we'll call for a pickup.
And they pumping directly out of the tote then?
Take the tote.
They take the tote.
Yeah, because there will be some solid content in there, even though we'll filter it through our filtration system. And eventually, they'll have to, whatever they do with it, I think they squeeze the water out of it, clean all the water, and then dispose of the solids.
Okay, what contingency do you have if for some reason they can't get down there to get the tote when you need to be?
We'll have several parties that we're gonna work with, for this. We've already, spoken with at least two, I know, and I unfortunately don't have some of the staff members here with me tonight, that's been dealing with this and working on this with me.
And do you have any contingencies in case there's a leak? Anytime you're dealing with anything like that, I mean, there's a potential either spillage from the pumping it out or holding it where it's.
Yeah, so we already have a spill, and containment plan in place that we discussed during the last hearing, meeting, whatever you wanna call it. So we will have that same, where, again, I wish that you were here to help me with this. Where we're blocking the storm drain system, and then we have, the spill containment.
And have you discussed that? I'm assuming it would be with engineering, Green County Engineering, and to get their approval for it. That they say it would meet what their requirements and concerns would be.
I have not been the one that's had the discussions. Again, we were talking initially about releasing
Oh, right,
water.
I understand.
And so I think the discussions were all those lines. In the
It's
last
not-
meeting, I don't think that came up other than us saying we will have the protection necessary.
This isn't considered hazardous waste.
No, it's just,
Yeah.
it's gray water.
It's latex.
Yeah,
It's a latex base.
Yes,
Similar.
it's a water-based, latex-based
Okay.
type of product.
When you do your rinsing, it of course will be in something that's above grade with above grade plumbing.
Yes, so what we're rinsing out is stainless steel vats that are, I don't know, they're probably-
Right, but you have to rinse those into something and then capture it in a pipe and put it over to the tote, right?
Yeah, so what we do is, it's got a valve at the bottom,
Right.
it's closed, we rinse it, and then it gets pumped out of there into the filtration system for us to reuse the water.
Oh, okay.
And then the water that we don't reuse, we'll put into the tote, and as soon as the tote's full, then we'll call.
Of course, and you have several totes. You're not
Oh, yeah, we'll have-
you're not just filling one up and
Right.
you can't do any more.
But we're not gonna leave them sitting either. We'll
Right.
be getting rid of them, as soon as they're full. So, but the goal was, as we looked at this, it just was a lot easier, again, considering we're really using the majority of the water over again. It was much simpler to just use a third party versus release. We can get the water clean enough, but it just
Right.
didn't make sense, because they were requiring, a lot more detail as far as engineering of the filtration system and stuff. And I was trying to avoid that long time thing. Again, it was just more work than what we really need to do if we can.
Because there's a minimal amount of water that's even generated if you're reusing it.
Because every tank that we put together, this product, it requires a decent amount of water.
And the filters that you eventually get dirty, you just put them in your dumpster.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're,
Say,
again, I don't build this system. so-
right, but what I'm saying is the filters aren't considered hazardous waste. They just go in your regular dumpster.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? All right,
Anybody?
we appreciate it. We'll open it up for anybody that wants to speak for it
Or against?
or have any questions
Or.
or against. Anybody against? Anybody want to speak? Anybody in the back row? Forever hold your peace. All right, we'll close the public portion of the meeting and discuss it amongst ourselves.
The only concern I had initially was a coordination between this company and the engineering to make sure the contingency plans covered everything. I was not unaware of the level of pollutants that was not there, I guess is the best way.
Right.
And so that coordination may not really need to happen either.
Right. And you know, there's another thing we keep, and I don't know if it matters, we keep referring to, they can't manufacture any cement products. Cement is not concrete products. So does that need to be changed? Because cement is what you put in the mix to make concrete.
It's probably one of those things we should look at correcting in the.
Okay.
Well, and I just want to clarify, the conditional use was for manufacturing, sale, and storage of building materials excluding cement products.
Right. I just watched something on TV the other day about cement and concrete. Cement is strictly the very fine powder.
Exactly.
That's cement.
binder.
Portland cement.
A binder.
It's, the binder. So anyway, I mean, it's just a technical question I wanted to bring up. I don't know that it matters at all, but, so,
I have
no
no
problem with that.
No,
no conditions.
Okay. So,
I'll make a motion.
pardon?
You're gonna do what?
Said I'd make a motion that the
Change.
request 871A be approved as submitted.
I second it.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Henrich?
Yes?
Mr. Martins?
Yes.
Thank you, board. Hold on one second. I'll ask a question about how to do the resolution. Okay, so give me just a moment and I will bring up there's the 856 application. Stand by. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Sure. Thank you very much.
Zoning commission.
I think this is case 856, is that correct? I don't have do I need to give the hearing notice also? I didn't bring that up, or what the case is about. I can find it real quick, that's why.
You have that piece of paper.
How do you want me to do it? I'd be more than happy to do it.
Yeah, just read it.
Okay.
Except that he's really just asking for an extension. It's not so much the case itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know that you need to read that.
Okay.
You just want to put that up or read it or see if anyone needs any
Just the
refreshing, the recommendation of kind of what
Okay.
happened there.
That's cool. Okay.
Just
So-
a recommendation, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me read the introduction and then the recommendation. How about that? So the applicant in this case, case 856, Matthew Trentle, seeking to build a carport-style structure which would bring the total area of the accessory structures on the lot above the limit allowed by the zoning resolution. The parcel in question is designated as B03 0001 0021 000290 and is located at 258 South Alpha Bellbrook Road. The footprint of the residential structure on the lot is roughly 1,300 square feet, and the existing garage structure is roughly 900 square feet. The proposed carport structure would measure 441 square feet. The recommendation by staff is tentatively recommends approval of this variance request because the proposed structure would not increase impervious surface area. Staff's greatest concern in the subordinate relationship of accessory structure to the principal structures. In this case, staff believes that having two separate buildings combined to exceed the square footage of the principal structure is less erroneous than one single accessory structure exceeding that limit. Ultimately, staff looks to the board for a discussion of these points and their merits. And again, I think the recommendation is to extend it.
You gotta sign a piece of paper, I think.
Do we have something we have to sign for him so he can go, or?
Yeah, she is filling that out right
Okay,
now. Yep.
okay.
Yep.
We'll get you out of here in just a second.
Yeah.
You have to sign it since you're chairman today. Correct?
I guess.
Yeah, you do. Sign it as, and it sits for president of the board. You sign.
Yeah, so you just have Leah sign it, yeah.
And don't do it like I did, sign it in the wrong, well, you can't. I signed it in the wrong place one time.
I don't know if you have the actual variance that was
There you
granted.
All right.
Now you'll have to come down, either tomorrow
Maybe the
or
resolution.
the next day. They usually have it done on Friday to sign the actual.
Oh,
So just to let you know, you have one more
okay,
to sign.
okay.
Variance
I
request
think,
for.
I think this is them.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
Okay.
Well,
we'll open it up for public.
yeah.
well, he should explain to us why he wants this extension.
Matt, do you want to come up and plead your case, please?
Or he, Randy put up for you, I believe, what was the resolution that was approved at the time, the variance.
Okay.
Okay.
Matt Treno, 258 South Alpha Gulbrook Road, Dania, Ohio, or Gulbrook, Ohio, or Utica, Ohio, 45385. Solemnly swear that the statements I'm about to make before the Township Board of Zoning Appeals are the truth to the best of my knowledge. So I'm just asking to extend my approved zoning. I just haven't got to it yet, but I have kind of wheels in motion now. So same type of thing, just
Okay, you do realize that
get it done.
this is your last 6-month extension. Okay, then you'd have to come in and start completely over again, or wait a year.
I think you have to wait.
Yeah.
You have to wait.
You'd have to wait a year
Wait a
probably
month or
from the end of the extension.
I don't remember what the exact time is, but
I
I do
believe that's
remember there's a
correct.
wait.
It is a year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I just haven't got to it yet. I
Okay.
plan early when I do it. I just haven't done it and got the wheels in motion finally, and
okay.
about it, I guess. So.
Well, you got 6 more months.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one thing,
All right.
the one thing I don't know.
You guys have any questions for him?
Well, clarification, the
Yeah.
6 months, is that completion or start?
Start.
Start, so.
Yeah, start.
So you've got, as long as you started within the 6 months, if it goes past the 6 months for completion, that's okay.
Probably ask Max or what. I was trying to figure out what the definition of start means.
Digging a hole?
Digging holes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Like I said, it's just yeah.
It's
That's
pretty
what
wide-
You guys
it's-
are saying just I think Laurie.
It's pretty wide open. I mean, it's.
It's digging a hole.
I don't think staging the building material,
No.
if that's, it
Right.
would be considered start.
Do a little
It's
earthwork.
It's
or-
actually either doing foundation work or structural work or whatever it is.
Right, just trying to.
In
break
this
down
case, you're asking for a building, so it'd be
I remember,
some
Remember
sort
that-
of,
Well, it's like a carport.
yeah.
that's
Type
March of
structure.
next year.
It won't take long for you to do it once you get started. I
Oh,
don't,
right.
it don't
Yeah,
take you to
just-
6 months, but,
Just kind of just kind of get it all
right,
prepped. And well, that's the thing with anything, you just get it all leveled out.
right. Yeah, so I mean, if you start on the site by leveling it or whatever, that's basically, that's started. So you wouldn't have to, if you don't have it up in the 6 months, as long as you've started the site development, but
You
And
also
that-
have a time limit to complete, I think, also.
I don't know that there's a time limit to complete.
I don't think it's ever been stated anywhere.
I've never seen
I
that.
haven't seen it in,
Okay. Thought I heard something.
Anyway, you got a 6-month, we'll vote on here in a minute, but, if it's approved, you have 6 more months. And that's the final 6-month extension. That'll be the second one. Okay? All righty, thank you. Okay, open up for public hearing. Anybody for it or against it? Everybody still awake back there? Okay. All right, so we'll close the public portion of the hearing and discuss it amongst the members.
So it is the last time he can ask for an extension.
Yes,
Then I don't have any more.
then he has to start. He'd have to wait a year, but if he gets started on it, then he's okay.
Yeah, he hasn't requested a change for anything in
Right.
what was granted to him on the initial. so-
Right,
Okay.
right. So, okay.
Well,
So
I
need a
make
motion.
I make a motion that we grant the extension to case number
second.
856, the second extension to case 856.
Okay.
I agree.
You second it?
Second.
Okay. John will second it.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mr. Hemmerich?
Yes?
Mr. Martensing?
Yes.
Thank you, board, and that is it.
Yeah, we got some minutes.
Oh, you do have minutes.
We have some minutes to
Right,
approve.
August 16th minutes.
Okay, we have other business for the BZA. We have some minutes to approve or disapprove or, pardon?
You have another piece of paper to sign?
Not for an extension, I don't think, do I?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So,
It's just on the record.
so now it is. Okay.
Now we got to
Are we done?
approve the minutes. Got one set of minutes.
I don't remember the minutes.
Yeah, I got those. Cancel. Cancel, damn it.
I do.
Why is this doing this?
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
by,
I didn't bring it with, I forget
so this is,
which minutes was it for?
This
What was the
Randy?
last meeting, August 16th?
Okay.
Which you can vote on even if you
Right,
weren't
right,
here.
understand. Yeah, I
which
know
is
we got that
strange because I
cleared.
Yeah,
wasn't
we
here.
got that cleared up.
'Cause it would be better to have
Oh,
something
they are right
But
here.
this is strictly the cement one?
Pardon? Yeah, the one we just changed the,
I wasn't here for any of it. I'll vote. You were
I wanna
here.
look at it 'cause
I was
think
here.
it's better.
No, I was in Ireland.
That's nice. So you tell us whether it's right.
It's 8/16, right? Was the- yeah. Do.
I looked at it once already, but I'm just trying to.
And I have them on the screens just in case you guys need to review them.
It would be.
I forgot my reading glasses.
You want mine? If I wasn't help, especially as dirty as.
Actually, that's not too bad. It's just my eyes are when I get all.
Extension of variance.
How do you get these done so fast?
Yeah,
Trying to do it while it's fresh.
They're very good.
Thank you.
yeah.
That's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work.
That
Okay,
one, the case file.
They look great to me.
Okay, then I would like to make a motion that the minutes for the August 16, 2023 BZA meeting be approved as submitted.
Be approved. I second it.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes?
Mr. Hemmerich?
Yes.
Mr. Martensing?
Yes.
Good job, by the way, Brandy.
1 second.
What's
We
that?
are gonna have her fill out a form, so there's something in the case file about the extension, real quick, just so you know.
Okay.
Now we can tell.
That way it's cleaner.
What's that? Right here.
We can adjourn.
Right. Is there anyone to talk about?
Not,
I will get
Not
it
on-
for you.
Not on the
Is
record?
that cool with that?
Okay, okay.
so you can,
You could go ahead and close the meeting as
Yeah.
long as Leo can stay for a minute while they fill
Yeah.
out the form.
Okay. We're making a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I will only second it if the back table doesn't have anything to add.
Yeah, any questions or anything?
Any questions?
That's
she
what I
might
was-
need
I have a question.
That-
You came here for a reason. What
Yeah,
was the
and-
reason?
And that's exactly what I was going to propose, is after we close the meeting, we open the floor
Oh.
for you.
So you want to close,
You want to close it?
should we
Yeah.
close the meeting first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So he made, he made,
I second it.
he seconded it.
Mr. Thomas?
yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Mr. Martindale?
Yes.
Okay.
And now, since
Now,
Well, stand by, board, let me finish the session.